Here's the Elliott wave forecast for October 24th, 2012. First chart I'm going to look at is actually Facebook because the earnings were actually were flat. They only made like a penny on the earnings, but the biggest thing they reported was the fact that they're growing their mobile ads. They're gaining a lot of traction on their mobile ads. And as you know, Google and Yahoo and a lot of the big internet companies are all stating, like, especially Google said that they're falling behind in mobile, and they haven't figured out a strategy for mobile yet, and Facebook has. And that's actually fundamentally, that's very important. That's actually, because if Google isn't doing well, then who is? It's Facebook. And they're up 13% after hours, and they're above the top of the B, or top of the 2 in the fifth wave. And the funny thing about that is, what's so convenient about the earnings report is the fact that since the IPO, it looks like 5 waves down. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then it truncated the fifth wave. That's pretty amazing. It's like perfect impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was actually looking at it, thinking that if it dropped down to like 17 again, I might actually buy it. But I never actually talked about it because I knew it was a risky trade. But now that they reported earnings like this, and the most things, though, it's like if Google and like Yahoo and all these companies are struggling to gain traction in mobile, and Facebook has, it's like they're doing something really, really good. And Google and all those other companies should be looking at Facebook and how their strategy is developed. And fundamentally, that's a big turning point in Facebook stock. And this could actually turn to a momentum stock. And obviously, when you gap up like what's going to happen tomorrow, I think it could probably gap up above 23 tomorrow. Take out the top of the fourth wave, because it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if it retraces 0.618, you can go back to 32, 33. So this could actually turn into momentum stock in the next few months, and I'm going to be watching it. If it takes out 23 tomorrow, there's a chance of 33.618 retracement, because this is 5 waves down in Facebook. But fundamentally, the news it's a big turning point in the stock. So it's gonna be a stock to watch for the next 3 or 4 months, or at least maybe the next year. Because they said that Facebook was no threat to Google anymore. Well, apparently they are now. Anyway, let's go back to the charts. The Dow. I have a phone call, but I'm not going to answer it. Basically, in the Dow's 30-day 1-minute chart, looks like we have wave 1, 5 waves down, wave 2 up, and a downward 3. And if this is 1, 2, 3, the lowest target I have would be about 13,000 if it's 1.618 times wave 1. So the most ideal scenario for the Dow is 1, 2, 3, down to 13,000, test 13,000, rebound on the 4, which I approximate to be about, drop 600 points down to 13,000. 0.32 would be about 240. So what I would like to see is a downward 3 to 13,000, a bounce to 13,225, and then a downward 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would complete an impulse and or a zigzag. For S&P, 1, 2, 3 down for S&P would be wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. It should test 1387 to 1390. I'm guessing tomorrow we'll probably gap down and test that level. 1387 to 1390. That'd be 1.618 times wave 1 and a downward 3. So if it goes down to 1387, that would be approximately 80. So I guess 1404, then it bounces 1425, then drop in a downward 5. That's my guess. That's the most ideal scenario: is 1, 2, 3, down to 1387, 1390, bounce to 1425, and then a downward 5. That would complete an impulse. And for Nasdaq, if this is a 1, 2, 3, the lowest target I have would be approximately, let me check here. I'm pretty sure it was 2,900. Yeah, 2,900 is the lowest target I have for Nasdaq, and if it was a pure downward 3, but ABC would be about let me see, 130, about 2970. So ABC, the best case scenario, that drops on ABC to 2970 and reverses in a 4. Worst case scenario for Nasdaq would be a downward 3 down to 2900, which is the 0.61 retracement, of the rally from June to now, or to the peak of 31.75 approximately. And again, Facebook actually looks pretty good, so it might turn into a momentum stock, which is very weird because it's been a terrible stock for about since the IPO. But I think it's reached a turning point, so that's a stock to watch now. And my dad owns I don't know how many shares he owns, but he owns that. If just for full disclosure, my dad owns stock in Facebook. That's a wrap.